Sir John Curtice has pinpointed a key tripwire for Boris Johnson, saying he is entering a murky period in his tenure as Prime Minister. The pollster told Express.co.uk that the Prime Minister is now entering choppy waters. He flagged key three factors which could act as potential tripwires for the Prime Minister: the outcome of the Sue Gray report, the findings from the Committee on Standards, which is undertaking an investigation into whether or not Mr Johnson misled Parliament on Partygate, and the outcome of the investigation into Keir Starmer's alleged breach of COVID rules. This comes after the Tories suffered a bruising result in the local elections last week. The party lost almost 500 seats and lost control of 11 councils across the UK. It shed support primarily to the Liberal Democrats in southern England and lost key London councils to Labour. The party also took losses in Scotland and Wales, where the SNP and Labour won seats respectively. Speaking to Express.co.uk about the election results, Sir John said, "It confirms what we saw from the opinion polls, that the Tories are now in choppy waters. We are now in the murky world of what happens to future possible signs, the Sue Gray report, what happens with Partygate and what happens to the Committee on Standards." These are all potential tripwires, and I think if Tory MPs were being rational, I'm not sure your view of whether or not Boris Johnson should stay should be any kinder to the Prime Minister than it was 7 days ago. If you were wondering if you think he should stay, you should still be wondering. If you were committed to him going, you'd still be committed to him going. I think if you were wondering, you should still be wondering and be willing to assess the evidence down at the track. Boris Johnson has received numerous calls to resign as Prime Minister from Tory MPs as further Partygate revelations have emerged. Questions over Boris Johnson's leadership have only grown since it was revealed that the Metropolitan Police had issued numerous fixed penalty notices as a result of parties in Downing Street during lockdown. On Thursday, the total number of fines given out for Downing Street parties surpassed 100. Prominent Tory MPs, including Steve Baker, Mark Harper, and Defence Select Committee Chair Tobias Ellwood, publicly called for the Prime Minister to step down in April. The publication of Ms Gray's report into parties at Downing Street had to be delayed while Scotland Yard completes its own investigation. Downing Street sources have said that the report is likely to be ready for publication by the end of May. One source said that the senior civil servant was working towards the end of May as the most likely timetable. And another admitted it was wishful thinking that the report would be completed before then. Ms. Gray published a condensed version of the report in February, but it is expected that the full version is likely to be more damning for those who were in attendance at the events. Number 10 has committed to publishing the full version of Ms. Gray's report.